the International Webinar Series with the topic Exploring Self-Development Opportunities Through Digital Technology is about to commence in a few moments. We kindly remind you to use the virtual background that was shared in the group chat. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the International Webinar Series with the topic Exploring Self-Development Opportunities Through Digital Technology. I also would like to welcome the Honorable Coordinator of the Digital Marketing Study Program, Mr. Andi Muhammad Sadat, PhD, the host, Mr. Martin Martin, PhD, our distinguished moderator, Ms. Rovena Vianka, and to all the participants of this webinar, whether you are students, academics, or practitioners, your presence enrich our discourse today.
Okay, this is my turn. Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and good afternoon, everyone. I think we have different time between Vienna and Jakarta, about 5 hours. And thank you so much. It is my great pleasure welcoming you in today's international webinar with excellent speaker and also very interesting topic. Our topic today is exploring self-development opportunity through digital technology. And then also I would like to say thank you for taking this time to joining us and discussing about how digital tools like artificial intelligence and others technological innovation can reshaping the way we grow, learning, and also transform ourselves. And this afternoon, we are deeply honored to have a very great, I think, honorable speaker, Dr. Martin. He has a long journey, I think, as a scholar and now as become a professional. I know him very well. His bachelor of Science is from University of East Anglia, Norwich, and also graduate diploma from University of London. Yeah, he got the actuarial science and also Master of Philosophy in Science Computing. Yeah, from Cambridge University. And as I thought, he also doing like research in ETH Switzerland. So he is a very expert. He is also a practitioner in the global companies. And then today, with he has a meaningful impact, however, and then he will share us an experience because he has long experience. I think he also currently as Unica, Vienna, Austria. And also before that, she's a IT architect and business analyst in Vienna Insurance Group, Vienna, Austria. And right now, currently, as I know, is a senior actuarial analyst and data scientist. And then today, Dr. Martin will share us like valuable perspective on how we can harness technology, not just a tool, not just using it as a tool as usual, but also a partner in our personal and professional growth journeys. And then I think today he will share us, he will doing like presentation, like 30 minutes or something. And then I will involve you more engaged to doing like question and answer. Yeah, and hopefully we can enjoy our seminars today. And again, thank you for joining me in giving our virtual welcome to our esteemed speaker, Dr. Martin. We are truly privileged to have you with us today. Thank you so much. Let's enjoy our seminar today. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Profesor Andi M. Sadat. Assalamualaikum. Salam sejahtera bagi semua pendengar. Ya, saya akan mungkin memulai presentasi saya. Ya, nama saya Martin. Saya asli dari Jakarta. Saya lahir di Jakarta. Tapi setelah umur 17 saya pindah ke Inggris ke UK ya. So I've moved to the UK and then I studied there until master's degree in the UK. So I was really lucky also to get scholarships, although some of them are partial scholarships. But that's really helped me to achieve my goals. Okay, so Should I just start the presentations, or does anyone else wants to maybe give some words? Pak Andi,
Okay.
Profesor Andi, ya,
Yes.
mungkin mau kasih beberapa kata lagi atau saya langsung mulai?
Okay. Thank you, Dr. Martin, for sharing. Dr. Martin ini adalah teman yang saya kira selalu ingin sharing. Dan selanjutnya mungkin saya serahkan kepada panitia. Silakan, mungkin ada MC atau nanti ada moderator yang akan bicara tentang bagaimana CV Dr. Martin dan akan arrange our meeting today. Okay.
Okay, thank you so much for Mr. Andi and Mr. Martin for the enlightening opening speech. So, and now, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to welcome today's moderator, Ravina. Hello, Ms. Ravina, have you joined us?
Hi, already on the Zoom.
Okay, thank you. So, to get to know our moderator, I will give a brief introduction. So Mrs. Ravina Vianka is a passionate digital marketing student from Jakarta State University with extensive academic and organizational experience both locally and internationally. Also, she is an IISMA awardee at the University of Portsmouth, United Kingdom, and has also completed programs at the London School of Public Relations and University of Indonesia. With a strong foundation in marketing, communications, and project management, she has successfully led national-scale events such as IDEAS 2025 and contributed to international cultural events in the UK. Her digital campaigns also have reached audiences of over 200,000 views. So, without further ado, to Ms. Ravina, the screen is yours.
Okay, thank you so much, MC. Hi everyone, and good evening, and welcome to our international webinar series. My name is Ravina Vianka, and as you guys already know, I'm a student from the digital marketing program at University Jakarta, and I'll be your moderator for tonight's session. Thank you so much to our MCs for the warm welcome, and of course, a special thank you to Dr. Andi Mohamed Sadat as our head of the Applied Digital Marketing Program at Universitas Negeri Jakarta for his warm remarks and support. We are truly grateful for your time and for making this international webinar series possible. And of course, to the entire committee, fellow students, and all of the audience members who made the time to join us tonight. Thank you. Whether you're here to learn something new, be inspired, or just explore possibilities, we hope this session brings value to you. Okay, maybe before we begin, I'd like to check with everyone here. So today's discussion is going to be really exciting. We're talking about self-development and how we can go through digital technology, especially artificial intelligence. Sounds relevant, right? If you're excited like I am, go ahead and drop a one in the chat. Jadi boleh nih komen satu yang udah nggak sabar buat sesinya untuk dimulai. Okay. Well, look at that. So many ones coming in. Love the energy. Okay. Looks like we're all ready and curious to learn. So let's just get started. Okay. I would like to let you know that before we dive in, I'd like to let everyone know that we'll have a Q&A session at the end of the presentation. So feel free to take notes and prepare your questions. Also a fun fact, as you guys already know, our speaker tonight is Indonesian and can speak Indonesian language fluently. So if you are more comfortable asking in Indonesian language, silakan banget. It's totally okay. All right. So now,
Thank you.
okay. So now, before we move into the main session, let's get to know our speaker a little more closely. Okay. Perfect. So what you're seeing here is the professional CV of Mr. Martin Martin. So while the committee might scroll through it, I'll walk to you through some highlights. So Mr. Martin was born in Jakarta in 1989 and moved to the UK at just 17 years old to pursue his studies. And honestly, his academic journey is so inspiring. He started with bachelor's degree in meteorology and oceanography with applied mathematics at the University of East Anglia. and graduated with distinction. Then he went to the University of Cambridge and earned a Master of Philosophy in Scientific Computing, and also with distinction. And as if that wasn't already impressive enough, he also completed a graduate diploma in actuarial science at Cass Business School. It's just like so inspiring of giving us example of what's possible when we chase our passion and keep growing. And over the years, he worked in the UK, Switzerland, Singapore, and now Austria, applying his expertise in fields such as renewable energy, insurance, data science, and software engineering. Currently, he serves as an IT business architect at Vienna Insurance Group and a senior actuarial analyst at Unica AG in Vienna, Austria. Okay, so we're truly honored to have someone with such a global and interdisciplinary journey sharing his insight with us today. And with that, let's begin our main session. Our tonight's speaker is Mr. Martin Empel, PhD, an Indonesian professional working in Austria with deep expertise in data science, actuarial analysis, and digital transformation. So let's give a warm virtual welcome to Mr. Martin.
Thank you.
Hi, Pak Martin. Thank you so much for joining us
Thank you
tonight.
so much for very warm welcome and introductions. Ravina, you're perfect. I mean, you introduce everything, so I don't need to do any presentation anymore now. Finish. No. Yeah, I will do more detail going through my personal experience, and also look at a little bit more deeper into AI, because AI, it's nowadays very famous. Every company wants to use it, wants to use AI. So what is actually AI? Is that something really new, or is it something that is really that great, or it's just like something that is not great, or it's just like a marketing terms? So we will look at in details in this presentations. So should I start, or does anyone want to give any more?
Okay. Operator, could you please help sharing this presentation screen? Okay.
Sure.
All right, then the floor is yours, Mr. Martin. We're all here. We're all ears and very excited to hear your insights tonight.
Yeah. So the topic of this presentation is exploring self-development through digital technology. So we knowing that AI is part of the digital technology. So everything is using computer. It's not like you have to do something manually, but everything is using like electronics. So you can send it everywhere. You can share through internet and such. Yeah. Okay. So I will go to the next slides, please. Thank you. So what will we talk today? The first one, I will give some introductions. So a little bit about myself, but Ravina already introduced me very, very well. So maybe I will just skip through it, and then also introductions to what is actually AI. Is that something that is already in the past, or is something really, really new, or in between, or what is really AI? And then I will talk about some strategy and some tips for using AI. So in the content parts, and then in the end, I will give a short summaries, and the very, very end, I would encourage you all to ask me some questions. So I would challenge you to ask me questions. Please challenge me. I like challenges. Thank you. So the next slides, please. Yeah. So as you have heard from Ravina, I was born in Jakarta in 1989. So everyone knows my age. I don't need to tell, I guess. And so I grew up in Jakarta, actually in Indonesia. My parents actually from Tegal, from Central Java, from Jawa Tengah. Yeah. I can also speak Javanese when necessary. So until 17 years old, and then I left Jakarta for good. That time alone. Yeah. So I used to have one friend who we went together through the school, but then he come back earlier because of family issues, and so I managed, thankfully, thank to God, that I managed to finish everything, and then afterwards also managed to get a career in the UK, and then afterwards also abroad, like now in Austria. So in the UK, what did I do? When I first arrived, I did kind of like a repeat of my high school SMA. Saya repeat ya, saya ulang SMA-nya itu karena why? Because the UK education system is slightly different, has slightly different curriculum from Indonesian's one. So it means that I have to like repeat 1 or 2 years of my high school, although I finished my Eptanas in Jakarta. And but that's fine. So that years I spent also learning English, so that I became more and more fluent in writing, in speaking. And so the first university that I joined was University of East Anglia. So that was in Norwich. That's when I met actually Professor Andy. And Professor, I remember that we even share a living space. So it was like a house that rented with different rooms and stuff, but it was a bigger house. And then I remember that I share some of my pains in everyday life, my struggle, and also my happiness when I get something good, like my marks were good, so I got like a part-time jobs that time. I remember that my family was having difficulties during the crisis in 2007, for example, and then 2008 was financial crisis, not only affecting Europe but also Asia and America. That was like the big crash in the US. But luckily I managed to stay and to finish my university despite financial difficulties, because I managed to like secure like part-time jobs. But it was really a difficult time that time. And after I graduated, actually from University of Anglia in 2011, I got an job offer at a small company. Actually, not a small company, actually quite big. It's an international oil company. Actually, they are not doing oil, but they are building platforms for oil companies. It's called Fugro. It's a company from the Netherlands, dari Belanda, company dari Belanda. From the Netherlands, but based in the UK. So in near Oxford, if I'm not wrong, yeah, Wallingford, I would say, Wallingford. And that's I work in that company as an intern, and then at the end they offer me full-time positions. But at the same time, I got an offer from the University of Cambridge to pursue a further master, and that was a fully funded offer. So I was a little bit confused actually. Which one should I go for? Because at one hand, I want to finish, I want to continue my, earning monies. Maybe it's good thing because I want to have experience. And on the other hand, I have then offer from scholarship, which is fully funded scholarships, together with stipend and such. So for 1 year. So in the end, I had to consider it, and then I decided to continue studying and then say goodbye to Fugro. And yeah, so I'm really happy to have made that decisions. And afterwards, then after 1 year, I graduated with a degree in Cambridge, so for master's degree. And afterwards, I worked for several companies in the UK, like freelancing. So I was doing like freelancing that time because the economy in the UK wasn't that good. That's just after the crisis in 2012, and everything is still recovering. So so it was also a struggle to find a job. And in the end, I moved to Switzerland for a little bit, and I want to try to work for institution which is actually a government institution. So they are doing research for building materials. Basically, this interests me so much. So I don't really like doing experiments. Like, you know, like if you are an engineer or if you are like a physicist, usually you do a lot of experiments in the lab. I don't really like doing that because I always do something wrong. Sometimes I forget to close something and then there's an accident or something. So I always focus on modeling. So modeling means that digital, everything is digital. So you use only like computers, and then if the programming is wrong, you can correct it. There is no accidents. So that's why I love modeling. And AI, it's also part of this. So basically, with AI, you can manipulate lots of stuffs, but it can be useful, but can also be dangerous. Yeah. And so I worked in Switzerland for 1.5 years, I would say, and or 2 years. And afterwards, I decided I wanted to change careers. So I want to move more into finance area. So I decided to take another graduate diploma in a business school in London. And yeah, so that was a turning point for me. And afterwards, I work in more like financial related companies. For example, I work in Phoenix Group in the UK, and also in like a small company for doing trading with insurance policies, but for the US markets. And then afterwards, I moved to Singapore because of the Brexit, mainly because of Brexit. The market was a little bit chaotic, I would say. I moved to Singapore, and now I moved to Austria. So overall, I've worked in different industry during my study as well as during my professional career. So that includes also admins, doing some admins when I was studying. I work in a university, like not university, but like a private school. So doing some administrations like stuff, and then doing some sales as well. I was also before, when I was in London, for example, studying in London, I work in like company that makes shirts and also shoes company. They sell shoes, like formal shoes, different type of shoes. So I know different kind of shoes and how to sell different kind of items like merchandise and stuff. And I also work before in the healthcare. So when I was actually in Norwich, our landlord, I think Professor Andy knows about it. Our landlord is actually also having a business of glasses. So he makes glasses. So he's an optometrist. Yeah, make glasses and produces glasses and then take measurements and stuff. So I have to like record the measurements and then send it to the right manufacturers. And there is also has a legal power. So it means that if I do a mistake, he can be sued for doing the because it's something to do with health. Yeah, so glasses is something important in the UK, for example. It has a it can be sued by law. Basically, if you do something wrong, then you're done. So it means that I have to do everything perfectly. I have to check it again and again to make sure everything is correct. And the next one is I work also in science and biotech because my background was science. And afterwards, I moved to insurance industry until now. Okay, next slides. Yeah, so there are two photos that I want to share here. So when I was, that was when I was graduating in Cambridge. I think that's also when Professor Andy and family came to visit me at that time. It was in 2012. So I graduated from Master of Philosophy in Scientific Computing from Trinity Hall College. And the second one, it was a conference that I was when I was working in EMPA at EMPA, that is the Material Science Departments, and ETH Zurich. So we were together making collaborations, and this was a conference Barcelona. It was like a fluid dynamics conference. So it's if one of you engineers probably like it's one of the famous conference of the world, like. Quite famous, where a lot of industries, not only industries, but also academics from around the world they meet in this conference to discuss like the most advanced topics, again using computers. So it's also part of AI. Okay, so next slides, please. Okay, yeah, so what is actually artificial intelligence? So artificial intelligence is part of the computational systems. So everything is using computing. Computer is actually mathematics, but automated mathematics. So it's actually also a machine, if you like. It's a machine with visualizations. And so with artificial intelligence, we want to mimic or to make the computer to be able to think like humans. It can be through programming language. So it can also through programming language, to machine learning, for example, through mathematical equation and stuff. So we want to put everything in the computer, so that the computer is automated and can think what to do next. So what can artificial intelligence do? They can make decisions. Basically, you want to know like if you ever confused, should I go to this shopping mall or the other shopping mall, you can ask artificial intelligence, you can ask ChatGPT probably, and then so that's give you decisions. And then second is to make reasoning. Reasoning means thinking. So it can basically say why you choose this, why you have to choose this, why this is better than the other one. Yeah. And it can also do problem solving. So problem solving means also solving problems in mathematics, for example, calculating something. So for example, our calculator is actually also an artificial intelligence in the sense of like this definitions is also artificial intelligence. And it can also do perception and learning. So it has to learn from the data. It has to learn from you. What do you need? And if you say that, oh, I need this, and then tomorrow you say, I need this, and then the day after you say, I need this, and then they will understand, okay, so every time you ask is between these three. You need this, this, and this, or they will learn the patterns like, oh, okay, today you need this, or every Monday maybe you need this, if you ask again on Monday, and every Tuesday maybe you need this. So that means it can learn and it can see what you need. It can predict what you need. So there are many applications that we can see at the moment. So Google is one of them. It's the one that we always use, I would say, in your study maybe, or when you want to, I don't know, go somewhere, maybe Google Maps. And also, if you heard about DeepL, it's a language platform, yeah. And with this language platform, it's like Google Translate actually, but they are very accurate. So I use it a lot because they are very accurate. Because Google Translate sometimes it makes mistakes in grammar, or if you translate from one language to other language, sometimes it doesn't make sense, doesn't make any. The meaning it's changed. But DeepL is really good. So they know what you want, basically almost perfect. And then there is also Amazon, for example, in retail industries, and also now Temu, for example, from China, where they can suggest you, for example, today you buy, I don't know, you buy maybe a shirt, and tomorrow maybe suggest you, oh, do you need a matching jacket for it? Do you need a matching tie for it, for example, yeah? Or do you need, I don't know, maybe in the winter you need a coat for it? And so it will give you suggestions. So that's also part of marketing, I would say. So using AI as to increase sales, basically. So to increase profits, I would say. And there is also Alexa, for example, that you can ask query stuff. It's like ChatGPT, but you can use voice. Yeah, so this is a few of the examples. We can talk about that more if you like. So next slides, please. Yes, so I want to answer some questions today. So because, like I said before, AI is very big topics. Not this is also a term that is used widely, not only in in one area, but also almost everywhere now. So the first question that I want to answer is AI a new breakthrough in IT, in information technology, that only begins few years ago? Is it actually something really new or not? And the second one is it really beneficial for us? Is that can we really use them for our advantage, or it will maybe just kill us? No, maybe not kill us, but maybe make troubles to us. That's what I mean. So is it really good, or is it evil? Yeah. So that's the second questions. And the third questions, can we use AI only for the benefits, and avoid the bad things? So only for the good things, for our good, not for not for trouble, not for creating troubles, not for not for making everything chaotic. And the last thing is that because nowadays lots of people lose jobs because of AI. This question is quite relevant. So are we going to lose or to win in this case? Let's see. Okay, so next one, please. Yeah. So the first two questions. So the first question is no. Short answer, no. So it means that AI is not recently discovered or something recently, like I don't know, recently that created or something. No, this is not true. So it has been quite a while. Even from the 70s, from the 80s, they're already developing these systems, but slowly becoming more human friendly. That's why that now we can see the application more clearly. Yeah, so you can use the application easily now. Before it was created like calculator is, like I said before, calculator is also AI. And when you play video games, for example, it's also AI actually. So like if you play chess, or if you play other like video games, like like the famous one, for example, that even you have to pay money or whatever, that's also actually an AI, because they can react to you, they can think what the next steps, and you can buy even some equipments to attack, buy this, buy that, and you can even sell and stuff. So it's actually already an AI. And but now what we want to talk here is that so AI is getting more and more powerful. That's why we see the impact now in our everyday life. So before it was only games, maybe video games or something small or something more technical in computer and stuff. But now it's almost everyday life. So if you want to go, for example, you want to buy, I don't know, nasi goreng, or you want to buy something, you can just ask Alexa maybe to order through Gojek or something, and then you can and after maybe 15 minutes something will come. So that's also in AI. I mean, it's also the power of AI. So that application is new. Yes, that's correct, that's new. But the AI itself is already developed from long time. It took very long time. And so actually a lot of companies now use terms AI because it's also a marketing terminology in a way, because they want to make sure that they are staying up to date, so they are not left behind. Because actually what we do is still the same, but of course there are some improvement, but actually AI technology has been implemented far before recent years, for example. So, and the second question is, yes, so AI can be both beneficial and dangerous. Yeah, can be both beneficial and dangerous. We can see later in the next slides, probably. Yeah. Okay. Here, for example, I was talking a little bit about the progress in processing power. So around 10 or 15 years ago, when I was studying at Cambridge, actually, I studied this. It's called GPU. It's called it's a processors, basically a processors using graphic processing units. Because when you play video games, probably NVIDIA. because you need to use these graphics, and it's very powerful for AI processing also. That's why they use that. And so around that time, this GPU is being promoted a lot in the industry. That's why now we can see the impact. And in the future, actually, or in the near future, hopefully, we will see a breakthrough also in quantum computing. So in quantum computing, they use qubit, which is very different from bits of the classical computer. So before, for example, GPU is still using a normal computer, classical computer, using bits algorithms, but now we're using qubits. In the future, yeah, not yet made public, but it will be maybe in few years, maybe 1 or 2 years. And that means that calculation even faster. So that means maybe a good news, because then you can maybe ask your AI to work for you, and you receive salary and AI works. That's maybe a good news, yeah, in this case. But you need to be also be careful, because you can also lose the jobs in this case. Yeah, so the calculation is very, very fast, and they can think like human brains if they program it properly. It can reason even. It can give a reasoning, even more powerful reasoning, and then it can even think like robots. Yeah, robots is also one of the robotics. Also one of the application of AI, actually. So this is also relevant in this case. Okay, next slides, please. Yes, so there are of course dangers of trusting 100% AI. Yes, so if you trust only AI without thinking what is actually happening, it can be catastrophic sometimes. For example, they can give you misleading info, because not all the informations that AI gives to you are correct, 100% correct, maybe slightly correct, maybe 50% correct. You have to always check yourself. Yeah, I mean, in the reality, I mean, it's lots of things. I mean, the simple things, okay, it may be correct, but not all of them are correct. So you have to always think yourself when you ask something. Does it make sense? If do they suggest you something that is relevant to you, or something that is they're just like saying something not making sense, and you can throw it away. And of course, there are also misuse of AI. For example, some people use AI for making something fake, for example, for phishing other people, data stealing from companies, from banks and stuff. They can copy stuff easily and then make a web page which are fake but looks very, very original. And then when you click something, then you give your details like exactly like the one you have in your bank account, and then suddenly you lose your money. And that's also dangerous, yeah, for AI. I mean, this is dangerous. AI can be used for this kind of like criminal activities, like financial criminals, or they can hack you, for example, use AI to mimic some like offers, emails, or vouchers. We have lots of cases here in the company, even in Austria, also in Europe in general, and they lose lots of money because they have to pay ransom. So they use millions of euros. You can imagine if the company don't make profits and lose millions of euros, what happened? So this is also very, very dangerous. And thirdly, is also quite relevant, is data leaks. So basically what happened is that when you share your information with AI, for example, you say that, oh, I like to do this on this day. You like to do this on Monday. You like to do this on this. I need this. Oh, I always do this on this time. At this time, 10 o'clock, I go to school. I don't know. Maybe 11 o'clock, I go eat. And then, so AI will learn from you. And it means that it can be used for a company, like marketing company, to target you. For example, oh, they know that now, okay, this time I know that I should offer you this advertisement because you are hungry. We know. So that is privacy breaching. So they know your privacy. Not only that, but also for health, for example, or they know that you have, I don't know, high blood pressure. So we can sell you some medicine, for example. and because it's actually privacy data. I mean, it shouldn't be shared with other people, but now with AI, this is kind of like being made public. And yeah, so not only that, but also data from companies, for example. We're having data, for example, when I was working, some people, not me, I don't use AI usually because I program them, but other people who use AI from outside ChatGPT, and they send the data from the company outside. It means that the data is stored somewhere else, and it can be leaking. Yeah, so it means that the data from the company, it's being leaked outside, and then people outside can see what the company is doing, what strategy the company is doing in the future. So that's also very dangerous. Okay, next stuff. Yeah. Yeah, so there was an extreme misleading case, AI case, where a teenager, yes, it's a teenager, he was killing himself because he was, I don't know, this was in the US, I would say, in the US, and then he was having problems, or he was depressed. I think he had no friends at school. Maybe he was like, what do you call it? A kid who is being bullied in school, and then he use AI. He thinks that AI can help. Okay, why not? I mean, try AI, and then AI sometimes helps, and then after a while, AI managed to be kind of his girlfriend, and persuaded him even to kill himself. So he committed suicide. In the end, he died. I mean, very, very bad news. And now the mother, the mom, actually made a lawsuit against ChatGPT. So let's see. So what happened? But this is, so AI doesn't have boundary. Be careful. So that's be very careful. Don't trust anything that AI says 100%. It's not like your guardian angel or something like that. This is completely an engine. So it doesn't have any feeling at the moment. It will just mess up lots of stuff. If they don't know something, they will suggest you something which sometimes doesn't make sense. So be very careful. Okay, next one. Okay, yeah, this is a case which was 2 years ago, I think, from Samsung. So they have a data leaks, but not only Samsung. There were actually some other companies from the US that have data leaks. So it means that the customer data from the phone or something, and also the strategic data from the companies, they were being taken by other people, by competitors' company. It means that the competitors know now what you will do next, and they can hedge against you when you do the next move, for example, in making profits. Okay, so the next one, please. Yeah, so in the beginning we talk about the bad things. Now we talk about the good things. What are the good things about AI? Well, AI is good because it can help you analyzing data, and also can help you learning about some big data. So if you have lots of data, it can be also data that is coming from, I don't know, from populations. There are millions of data. For example, Indonesian population is so big, 270,000 million. 270 million, and then you can learn from this many people, this much data. What can you learn? Like, oh, what do they like? For example, what food they like from these people. Maybe 80% like nasi goreng, 20% like something else, 80%, maybe 10% eat only bread or potatoes. So that is very, very, very powerful, I would say. Yeah, so that's why it can be very powerful. And then it can extract patterns, can extract patterns and store it somewhere, so you can use it in the future. And then, yeah, and the second one is you can make it like help automatizations. For example, in the industries, they use robots, and also now at home, we use robots. For example, vacuum cleaner robots, they can move around themselves. They have sensors. You can clean everything. And then, so yeah, so this is one of the application of AI. And also you can see maybe will be in the future automatic driving mode, so you can just enter the car and then, I don't know, watch movie, and you can not do anything. So basically just watch movie or read the book, or talk to your friends, and the car will drive you to a certain locations as you like. So it's like a taxi, but without drivers. And it can be used also for knowledge sharing or transfer, for example, for learning, for learning environments. Of course, AI gives you access to data from around the world easily. You can know what is the best, I don't know, say that anyone wants to buy, I don't know, some products, maybe the girls wants to buy, I don't know, some expensive bags, and then you can check, oh, what is the price in Singapore, for example, what is the price in probably in Paris, what is the price in London, and is the price very different, or should I go to London tomorrow to get this bag? Maybe there is a sale in London tonight, and you can, so basically this is a knowledge sharing, knowledge transfer, and you can also use it for business, of course. I mean, you can know commodity price around the world, and which country gives the best price for your raw materials to make manufacturing, for example. And the last one also, I mean, of course, it's not the last one, but actually in the last one in the presentation that I want to say is it can create stuff. It can give you ideas. You can suggest you lots of different stuff. For example, the generative AI now can create image easily, can modify image easily, combine image, for example, can change the face of the person talking, and can also simulate the face of like a person who is dead a long time ago, who is no longer there from long time ago, and can make it live as if they were speaking, giving like a talk or something, but it's all AI basically. So that's also give idea of innovation, creations. Even now they are creating like paintings which are AI based paintings. It's like Bitcoin, but with pictures. It's just a little bit weird, but yeah. Okay, next one, please. Okay, so how could we actually use AI for our own benefits? The first one that I want to say here is how to develop our skills and also careers, for businesses or careers. So maybe after you graduated all from University of Negeri Jakarta, you will want to find job, or you will want to find your own business, to open your own business. Then yes, you should use AI, I would say, to your advantage in this case. And for example, if you appear to have clients which are abroad, for example, you can use this DeepL or for translations, like one-to-one translations, and then it's very accurate translations. And then, for example, if you want to learn languages, you can use Duolingo. I used it before when it was firstly released. I think it was free. I used it before to learn German, because I in Austria, for example, I have to speak German all the time. And then you can also use AI actually to do job hunting nowadays, even to make your CV really, to create a CV which is suitable for the industry. For example, if you're in the marketing, it's different from me, which is in financial background. You have different design of CV, and they can suggest you which CV looks best in the industry and in the country as well. So they can give you suggestions what it should look like, and it can even make a cover letter for you according to the job you want to apply. So this is a good thing that it helps us to find jobs, to make a progress in careers, for example. And also in businesses, like I said before, there are lots of platforms now, and you can use these platforms to know where to get materials, where to get where is the price cheaper. You can buy the buy the materials from there, and then make the materials and sell it somewhere else. So yeah, next one, please. Yeah, okay. And here is lifelong learning. In this case, yeah, like I say, you can use the search engines to find resources, even for your university. Now you can check some other research. If you need some information about paper, like academic paper, you can search now online, and then probably you can get it for free nowadays, because everyone share everything in the public. And even books now is free. They're free. And business solutions, like I say, you can build strategic marketing. For example, in insurance, now we use this to know what is the price of our competitor. So basically, if the competitor, like, I don't know, like I work for Unica now, and the competitor was VIG, and VIG use, I don't know, VIG sell the product which is almost the same like us for insurance product, maybe for accident insurance. They sell same product for 10 euro per month, and we sell it cheaper. We sell it maybe 8 euro per month. So we know now, like we can use AI to collect informations everyday life, and we can adjust our price also accordingly. And so that we are always in the competitive, we are always competitive to each other. And for example, in the health emergency service, this is what also important. So you can now do operations even from far away. So if the doctor is in Italy, or doctor in Germany, or doctor in China, for example, and the operation is in Jakarta, you can use the robots, and the doctor will control the robots online using 6G, even 6G or 7G. They can control precisely what to cut, how to shoot, to do the stitching and stuff. So this is a big advantage, I would say. Also for Indonesia, probably in the future we will be like a delivery for these drones with the medicines to remote areas, and it means that we can access people who need the medicine more easily in remote areas, with cost which is not as expensive as before, so it's more affordable, I would say. Okay, the next one, please. Next slides. Yeah. So the last questions. So will we win or we will lose? That's the most important question, I would say. Yes, I mean, we could lose and we could win at the same time. There are serious concerns. For example, automation will replace our rules. Yes, this is also true. And like even like cooking now, lots of companies or restaurant they try to implement this because like for some chains which are like having uniform kind of menu, so the menu doesn't change every day. They can implement this easily. So today, okay, they cook, I don't know, nasi goreng, and then today we cook pasta with bolognese pasta, and then it's quite easy to make, and robot will do it, and we do it with a lots of quality, and they will do the stirring and everything, and then after some minutes they can program it. After some minutes they do boiling, and then they do something else, they add this, add that, finish, and then deliver. So yes, so this is also a problem for us. And even for like programs, a lot of companies nowadays they stop hiring programmers because they're expensive. Programmers are very expensive. Even in Europe, the companies want to save money, so if they can use AI, they will use AI. I mean, it means that they need only programmers who can understand AI, or programmers who can control AI, basically. And this is also very dangerous. The next slide. Yeah, so we need to be an active player in this. What it means that we want to always think critically what we get from AI, and we always have to update our knowledge. So it means we have to always learn something new. If there is new AI development, we need to know about it. We need to know about it. We need to know about it and learn probably how that functions, so that we know how to use it in the future if we have to use it, for example. And we have to be up to date with our skills also. For example, in finance, in different areas, like in marketing, you have to always know about what you want to do. Like for example, you have a new idea, you have to also keep it to yourself first, and then later when you start developing, you can use AI to help you to develop this idea. But yeah, so it has to be very you have to be very careful with AI, because otherwise your idea will be shared to everyone, and then you lose the idea. Finish. And you have, of course, to build our own story. That means that you know, if someone is successful because doing something, doesn't mean that you will be successful also doing the same thing. Maybe your success is not in some area as your friend, because if everyone is selling the same thing, who will be the buyer? You know, so you should be build your own like capabilities to the maximum. It means that you know what business you want to develop. You have to have your own idea. You have to be unique. You have to offer your own quality, you know, like good quality to the customer. So because now, like with AI, you know, the competition is hard. Competition is hard. It means that some people will want to get something for free, or not for free, but for very cheap products. So it means that we will lose, of course. If someone already start from the beginning very cheap, then we will lose. But if we, for example, has something that is unique to offer, so it means that we have also some unique, give some good service to the customer. For example, if we open a restaurant and the food is really unique, and give a customer good benefits. For example, if you come many times, then we give you one-time vouchers. You can eat for free, and so that will, you know, give something really unique. Then you can survive. Yeah. So basically, what important now is to build own story. I would say, like for your own business, and to build your own reputations, because AI don't have reputation. They don't understand reputations, but you can use AI to improve your reputations, of course, no problem. But AI itself don't understand how to build reputation and stuff. So you have to always keep building your business, or to work. If you work in the company, then you should show that your working quality, like the job quality, is good, and you always be hired and stuff. And you must always be updating your knowledge. That's the next thing. Okay, thank you. And next slides. I think it's almost finished. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. His conclusions. Yeah. So AI is powerful computational tools. Yeah. It can benefit us, of course, and also societies. You can use it to benefit societies, and we can use it also to introduce us some creative ideas as well. Yeah. Yeah. So, but it must be also regulated. Yeah, must be regulated, because otherwise it can be used to for something negative also. And yeah, AI can help also to maximize your own potentials in careers, in business. And we have to be not only the user of AI, but we have to be also a player of AI. What it means that we have always to think critically, like I said before, whether what AI is suggesting is right or wrong. Because sometimes it can give you a trap. You know, AI can trap you to buy something actually which is not really the cheapest one, or not really the best quality one. So you have to be always comparing with different stuff. So you have to use maybe different search engines to check, and then you have to ask yourself, maybe contact the person yourself, is it true that your price is this much, for example? Yeah, if you use for trading. Yeah. So yeah, thank you so much for listening to me. I hope it's not too boring. and I hope that everyone understand and can follow easily. But anyway, so if you have any question, welcome to ask me. Any questions about myself, not only about AI, of course, you can ask about myself, you can ask about anything you like. You can challenge me if you like. You say, oh, Martin is completely wrong, he doesn't understand anything. You can say that, no problem. I'm really open, and I will answer that. Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much, Pak Martin, for such an incredibly insightful and thought-provoking presentation.
Thank you.
I think I think as students, many of us are really resonated with the way you frame technology, not only just as something powerful, but also as something that we need to approach with critical thinking and responsibility. Also, your point about AI being a tool, not a risk, and a risk was eye-opening, especially with the real examples like misleading info or data leaks, or even like giving us false information so that we can truly believe it.
Correct, yeah.
Which many of us might not have realized that were that serious. I also really struck by the moment you say that being a player, not a victim, is all about mindset, about choosing to adapt, to grow, and also to question what can we learn from AI instead of blindly accepting it. I think that's such a relevant message for us, and especially in the digital marketing where tools are changing so fast. Also, beyond the tech side, I think your story also reminded us that self-development doesn't always have to be a perfect straight line, because you explore so many fields, and from science to coding to finance and business. I think that's really reassuring us for us who still trying to figure out. And I think thank you so much once again, Pak, for being so generous with your insights and for reminding us that our growth can be uniquely ours as long as we stay curious and stay intentional. Okay, so I think with that, we now open the floor for our Q&A session. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to unmute and ask them directly, or just simply drop in the chat. And once again, kalau misalnya lebih prefer pakai bahasa Indonesia, itu nggak apa banget ya guys. Jadi kalau misalnya
Boleh.
ada
Kalau mau pakai Indonesia tidak masalah. Kalau lebih nyaman pakai bahasa Indonesia, saya bisa bahasa Indonesia perfectly.
Oke.
Ya,
Boleh teman-teman
lancar,
yang mau
tenang aja.
tanya bisa komentar ya di kolom chat. Oke, maybe sambil tunggu-tunggu pertanyaan dari teman-teman ya. I would like ask one question.
Ya, silakan.
Okay.
Boleh.
So from your global work experience, what would you say are the most important digital or soft skill that student should start building now, especially buat kita-kita ini yang anak marketing dan juga ranah bisnis gitu.
From the point of view of digital world, or from the point of view of like mindset, what you asking?
More like skills that we can develop.
Okay. Skills. I think you have to develop awareness. First of all, awareness, and what I mean is that also you need to be agile. Also, to be agile means that to know like what marketing tools, or how the market is changing very quickly. For example, that I talked to my parents recently in Jakarta about like lots of businesses, or like shops in Mangga Dua, for example, for selling what do you call it, for selling garments, like clothes and stuff, and also in Glodok, for example, for selling electronics. They're going bankrupt. Almost all of them are going bankrupt, except few, or one or two probably. And I learned that lots of people now are using what's the name of this from China, the video app. I cannot remember the name now because I rarely use them. There was one that is what do you call it? Yeah, I cannot remember, but you can use that for promoting your products, for example. So that's one of the way that we need to if if you want to make a business, you need to know like what is the market trends. You cannot just follow your parents' path, for example, because your parents maybe still think the old way. Yes, you could still have the old customer. You can still have the old customer, but then for the new customer, if you want to grow your business, for example, you have to find the new way to market your products. That's what I call by awareness. So you have to be aware of what is really going on in that country, in that particular market, for example. And for example, now you use Gojek for everything, right? For ordering foods, for even, I don't know, ordering something, like not only packaging anymore, not only for packets anymore, but yeah, for not only for like riding Gojeks, but almost in every aspect of life now. I heard from a friend of mine who visited Bali actually recently, and he used Gojek, and he said he's from here, from Austria, and he told me that, whoa, everything is super there. I mean, if you need something, just press, and in 5 minutes something will arrive. Even, I don't know, ordering, I don't know, a baggage or something, if they need another baggage for putting some clothes or something. And yeah, it's just crazy. They say it's just crazy that how fast the development in Asia, particularly now, it's very fast. Whereas in Europe, they focus more on regulations because they're a little bit afraid of new stuff. This is how the European people still think, like the old mentality, I would say. That's why they are a little bit left behind. So TikTok, that's what I want to say. TikTok you can now use for like selling items, like for promoting items and stuff, and from cosmetics to many stuff, I would say, to cars and stuff. Yeah, so this is really, really good. So that's the first one, is awareness. And secondly, I would say, so you have to always agile, update your knowledge. What happened to the markets, for example, what is in demand at the moment, what people don't want to buy, what people want to buy, for example. You need to know that, because like in this like situation, for example, I don't know, in Europe, for example, no one wants to buy anything online now because people are afraid of the war, and no one will buy, I don't know, for example, an expensive electronics. No one will buy that. So all the expensive electronic shops, they're just very, very quiet. No customers at all. Sometimes they will go bankrupt because no customers for 1 year, or more than 1 year. And you need to be to react quickly also to the environments. So it means that, for example, during Corona, everything selling, everyone is almost want to sell like a mask, right? Because mask is needed everywhere. Whereas anyone who sells something else, they don't want to buy that, because so you need to adapt quickly. That's being adaptable is very important. So the environment.
Okay, thank you so much for the answer. So for us to develop skills, especially in the era right now, we have to master two skills, which is self-awareness, so that we can know what is currently trending, especially in the marketing. Let's say like if the trend right now is to sell on a specific platform, so we have to join that, and then especially to also
Yes.
adapt. Yeah, to also adapt so that because every technology is like really fast and changing, so that's why we have to follow the masses where the customer are uh where's the customer are in, so we have to follow them. So yeah.
Correct.
Okay,
Correct.
thank you so much for answering my questions. I would like to remind everyone here, maybe someone that would like to ask, kalau misalnya ada yang mau tanya lagi tuh juga boleh di komentar ya, guys.
Ya, boleh ditulis di komentar, nanti dibacakan.
Why is Chia so small? Chia, take this. There you go.
Ya, silakan
Profesor.
berkomentar. Itu ada yang lagi typing ya.
Bagus, bagus. Ya, tenang aja, tenang, nyantai aja, santai.
Ya, itu
Iya,
mungkin
sebentar.
kesulitan mikrofon
Oke,
barangkali.
mungkin ini ada pertanyaan yang masuk pertama dari Farel Atalah. Mungkin
Ya,
aku
boleh
izin
dibacakan.
bacakan.
Ya,
Oke,
silakan.
sebelumnya perkenalkan, ini namanya Farel Atala dari Prodi D4 Pemasaran Digital Angkatan 2023. Ingin bertanya mengenai AI yang menurutnya lebih baru lagi. Jadi kalau misalnya tadi berbicara mengenai AI yang ada sebagai website atau aplikasi seperti ChatGPT, DeepL, dan lain-lain, dia pengen tanya gimana AI assistant dari graphic card yaitu Chat with RTX, di mana hal tersebut bersifat baru dan hanya bisa digunakan bagi yang pakai GPU RTX aja. Tapi semisalnya
Hmm.
dipakai, apakah harus melakukan cara lain agar tetap tidak menjadi victim? Karena siapa tahu beda juga jenis AI juga langkah-langkahnya tuh ada sedikit perbedaan gitu. Mungkin bisa.
Oke, terima kasih Farel atas pertanyaannya. Saya belum pernah dengar ya namanya, tapi emang banyak ya, banyak platform-platform AI yang sekarang diproduksi karena mereka itu apa istilahnya saling berkompetisi satu sama lain juga. Begini, kalau untuk pertanyaannya itu untuk menghindari bagaimana biar jangan sampai tidak menjadi victim. GPU RTX, oke, baik. Ya, Anda tidak perlu kalau misalnya menanyakan ke AI itu, Anda jangan menanyakan sesuatu yang detail terlalu private begitu istilahnya. Kalau Anda pertanyaannya tidak terlalu private misalnya, mereka hanya tidak tahu secara private, tapi jangan pernah Anda memberi contohnya memberi nomor rekening Anda ke AI itu, misalnya Anda main-main dengan AI itu, misalnya memberi nomor rekening Anda atau memberi nomor PIN Anda, itu sangat berbahaya. Itu yang perlu diperhatikan. Kalau untuk misalnya, saya ingin makan atau saya tolong cari ini, cari itu saya kira tidak terlalu berbahaya. Oke, mungkin mereka akan tahu bahwa Anda suka makan jam segini atau Anda suka makanan ini, tapi paling ya maksudnya itu tidak terlalu berbahaya karena cuman rutinitas kita. Tapi jangan sampai Anda misalnya menulis hal-hal yang terlalu privacy, misalnya, oh saya punya uang segini di bank sini, terus alamat saya tinggal di sini, dan Anda memberi semua hal itu sangat berbahaya. Ya, kalau untuk yang kayak misalnya Anda ingin tahu harga ini di sini berapa, harga ini itu tidak masalah. Itu karena tidak terlalu untuk privasi sendiri itu tidak terlalu penting. Tapi yang kayak misalnya oh saya misalnya punya penyakit jantung, itu sebetulnya tidak apa-apa kalau ingin bertanya misalnya obat apa yang paling bagus untuk penyakit jantung, for example like that, if we want to ask like that. But if you give very very much detail, like for example, oh tekanan darah saya segini, besok lagi kamu kasih lagi tekanan darah saya segini, terus detail-detail mengenai apa, misalnya keadaan apa, itu kadang-kadang sangat berbahaya. Itu bisa dimanfaatkan oleh orang lain. Tapi kalau pertanyaan umum biasanya sih tidak. Pertanyaan umum biasanya tidak terlalu berbahaya. Tapi kalau yang mengenai kayak rahasia pribadi gitu, itu sangat berbahaya. Terus kalau Anda bertanya mengenai politik, itu sangat berhati-hati karena ChatGPT atau AI yang lainnya, misalnya ini RTX ini saya tidak tahu, mungkin dia ideologi mana saya tidak tahu. Tapi kalau pertanyaan mengenai politik itu tidak benar, jawaban di AI itu pasti bias, pasti apa namanya bias ya, jawabannya bias, itu tidak netral jawabannya, misalnya begitu.
Izin Pak Martin, jadi mau AI yang manapun, karena saya jujur penasaran karena AI semakin banyak sekarang, di laptop bawaan ada, GPU bawaan ada. tapi cara untuk memfilter atau mengatasi masalahnya tetap sama ya.
Sama lah, kurang lebih sama, karena kita kan, Anda bisa cek mungkin AI itu dari negara mana, dari maksudnya developernya dari mana, mungkin Anda bisa cek, tapi kurang lebih semua sama lah. Kurang lebih misalnya kalau Anda oke, kasih data yang agak fake nggak apa-apa misalnya, tapi masih relevan untuk Anda misalnya. Misalnya kasih nomor account tapi bukan nomor account Anda, mungkin tidak apa-apa, maksudnya nomor account misalnya buatan atau apalah, maksudnya yang Anda misalnya, tapi jangan sampai Anda memberi nomor password Anda, saya kasih tahu, oh tolong AI cari PIN yang lebih kuat daripada PIN saya ini. Nah, pasti AI sudah tahu PIN semua Anda.
Ya, baik,
Misalnya
terima
begitu.
kasih.
Ya, silakan. The next questions, Pak Hilmi. Pak Hilmi, mungkin masih di
Oke,
mute.
thank you.
Ya.
Ya, thank you Pak Martin. Sebelumnya aku izin untuk bertanya di bahasa Indonesia aja ya Pak ya. Mungkin
Ya, boleh.
seputar pengembangan karir dan juga artificial intelligence gitu. Menurut Pak Martin sendiri, kira-kira sejauh mana nih penggunaan AI itu dalam perencanaan karir berkontribusi pada peningkatan kualitas SDM, dan apakah AI ini justru membuat ketergantungan pada kita gitu loh. Dan apakah AI ini akan menjadi penghambat juga sebagai pengembangan soft skill individu dari para istilahnya yang akan menjadi pekerja gitu.
Penghambat itu maksudnya Anda bagaimana?
Soft skill,
Penghambatnya
ya.
untuk skill.
Mungkin dari
Tergantung.
segi
Jadi,
soft skill sih, ya.
soft skill ya. Mungkin soft skill.
Yes.
Kalau soft skill saya kira sih, ya kalau tergantung misalnya gini, Anda bilang marketing misalnya, terus Anda misalnya mau program, mungkin mau promosi barang produk Anda misalnya, atau perusahaan yang Anda kerja, dan dengan AI sekarang Anda bisa misalnya optimisasi untuk search engine supaya produk Anda misalnya keluar, kalau orang ketik misalnya di Indonesia, misalnya Anda jualan, saya nggak tahu ya, misalnya Anda jualan produk sabun misalnya, untuk kulit misalnya, sabun untuk sakit kulit atau sabun untuk kecantikan yang paling bagus produk lokal apa, merek Anda keluar. Nah, itu Anda keluar paling utama, paling top. Yang kedua mungkin perusahaan lain. Nah, itu salah satu keuntungan dari AI, itu bisa dipakai untuk jadi biar kalau orang lain cari produk Anda yang keluar duluan, yang direkomendasi dulu, produk Anda yang dipromosikan dulu. Itu kalau secara misalnya kehilangan skill, saya rasa ya Anda bisa kehilangan skill, tapi ya begini istilahnya. Oke, mungkin sekarang kayak translasi ya, misalnya apa namanya, itu apa sih namanya, translate ya, misalnya untuk translate language, berarti semua guru bahasa tidak laku gitu. Tapi tidak juga kan, tidak juga, tergantung. Jadi kan ada misalnya translasi yang perlu dicap gitu, untuk legal, misalnya translasi yang perlu legal gitu, kan Anda perlu juga, maksudnya kayak notaris misalnya, tapi yang bisa bahasa ini juga bisa translasi ke bahasa yang bagus, terus tanda tangan gitu. Artinya bidang itu tidak hilang. Tapi misalnya Anda ingin pakai untuk translasi misalnya untuk website Anda, misalnya Anda ingin translasi, biar websitenya saya bisa jual ke negara lain, misalnya ke Germany, ke Eropa, karena bahasa di sini Germany atau Prancis atau bahasa lain misalnya. Nah, Anda bisa pakai DeepL itu misalnya untuk translasi. Jadi semua orang yang dari ataukah misalnya banyak orang dari misalnya orang dari turis asing yang datang ke Bali misalnya, mereka mungkin orang Rusia atau orang Amerika, bisa bahasanya cuma Rusia doang, bisa bahasa cuma Amerika doang. Nah, Anda bisa pakai DeepL itu untuk translasi. Jadi Anda bisa bisa persis kayak Anda berbicara dengan orang Indonesia, begitu. Istilahnya
Baik,
begitu.
oke. One last follow-up question, boleh Kak?
Ya, boleh, boleh.
Ravena mungkin? Boleh ya?
Boleh,
Mungkin
boleh.
a bit
Boleh,
personal
boleh.
question gitu. Mungkin dari Pak Martin sendiri kan fokusnya sekarang ke AI apa ya? Mulai dunia AI dan juga data scientist. Dan dari aku sendiri pengen nanya, kira-kira kita kan dari digital marketing, ada nggak sih potential job yang mungkin bisa kita tuju gitu loh di sektor atau bidang AI ini? Thank you.
Potential job, maksudnya ini potential job di future-nya atau gimana?
Yes, in future.
Iya, banyak. Misalnya di company sekarang, di company saya sekarang mereka mulai untuk membangun untuk develop ini programming khusus gitu untuk marketing. Jadi yang kayak tadi bilang itu, jadi dia pengen harganya itu kompetitif selalu. Ya, misalnya itu kan orang perlu juga kan harganya biar kompetitif. Jadi tahu harga musuh Anda berapa, misalnya mereka produk yang sama, maksudnya beda merek tapi produk sama misalnya. Harga mereka berapa, harga kita berapa, tapi kita nggak terlalu murah, tapi kita juga nggak lebih mahal dari mereka. Jadi semua orang tetap pilih ke kita, istilahnya begitu. Itu live, itu tiap hari itu diupdate, harganya diupdate istilahnya. Jadi Anda mungkin beli kemarin harga 5 euro, besok Anda beli harganya 6 euro karena kompetitor naik harga. Atau mungkin harga hari ini kita beli misalnya 5 euro, besok jadi 3 euro karena kompetitor turun harga jadi 2 euro. Sale. Misalnya begitu. Istilahnya begitu. Itu salah satu yang marketing job yang sekarang lagi populer ya itu ya. Bidang itu. Yang kedua yang tadi saya juga bilang mengenai optimisasi, search optimisasi. Jadi misalnya orang mau beli produk ini, produk itu yang paling jadi Anda itu tugasnya tiap hari itu job marketing itu make sure that you are on the top of the Google list or whatever. Ya, kalau orang cari itu selalu on the top. Ya, itu optimisasi.
Oke, Pak Martin.
Ya.
Oke, thank you so much tadi buat yang udah tanya, buat Farel sama Hilmi. Mungkin nextnya kita di yang komentar dulu kali ya, soalnya tadi ada yang komen juga nih. Oke, mungkin dari Dita ini ada pertanyaan, katanya pengen tanya, kalau untuk memahami dunia AI biar nggak jadi victim di masa yang akan datang itu, perlukah ikut pelatihan? Terima kasih sebelumnya.
Ini dari siapa tadi?
Dita.
Dita, oke. Terima kasih. Pertanyaannya, pelatihan untuk apa nih maksudnya pelatihannya? Pelatihannya untuk mencegah itu maksudnya, mencegah biar nggak jadi victim AI. Saya kira tidak perlu ya, tidak perlu pelatihan, tapi yang saya tadi bilang perlu lebih kritikal dalam mengambil tindakan, jangan percaya 100%. Oke, untuk beberapa produk mungkin beberapa jawaban AI benar, itu benar. Saya tidak bilang semua jawaban AI salah, tidak. Yang umum banyakkan sih benar. Cuman Anda harus berpikir lagi, istilahnya berpikir kembali, apakah ini yang saya mau, maksudnya, atau pertanyaan Anda mungkin harus pertanyaan Anda ke AI misalnya harus diganti, mungkin diubah supaya jawabannya itu masuk akal gitu. Kadang-kadang kan AI itu jawabannya terlalu general juga, terlalu generik gitu. Jadi istilahnya kita harus kritikal itu maksudnya pertanyaannya harus spesifik, tapi harus hati-hati, jangan sharing privacy kita, istilahnya jangan sampai privacy kita kalau bisa jangan sampai ketahuan itu dengan AI. Tapi istilahnya untuk mendapatkan jawaban yang akurat itu kita harus juga pikir kalau misalnya dia jawab simple sekali itu kan berarti belum tentu ini jawabannya benar. Mungkin Anda tanya lagi atau mungkin kalau tanya lagi jawabannya tetap sama, berarti mereka tidak tahu sebetulnya. Mungkin AI-nya nggak ada datanya, mungkin mereka nggak bisa cari data itu, istilahnya begitu. Ya.
Oke, thank you. Apakah sudah terjawab pertanyaannya, Dita?
Misalnya kemarin itu ada beberapa kasus yang orang itu nyetir dia pakai AI, petanya itu bilang ada jalan tapi ternyata masuk ke got. Nah itu kan namanya ikutin AI terus tapi tidak mikir gitu. Harusnya kan berpikir, oh ini tidak mungkin ke sini karena sini udah habis jalanannya gitu. Maksud saya begitu, salah satunya begitu ya. Itu contoh ekstrimnya. Silakan Pak Iwan.
Oke, mungkin Iwan boleh nih mengajukan pertanyaannya.
Oke, terima kasih banyak atas waktunya, Kak.
Sama-sama.
Oke, perkenalkan dulu, izin memperkenalkan diri. Perkenalkan, nama saya itu Iwan dari Pemasaran Digital Angkatan 2023. Melihat dan juga belajar kepada Bapak Martin mulai dari tadi mempresentasikan materinya tentu sangat menarik, apalagi di eranya sekarang sudah teknologi semua. Tapi yang ada satu kejanggalan dan ada yang menurut saya tuh perlu ditanyakan kepada Bapak, yang Bapak ini kan tentu expert banget di bidang AI.
Ya.
Sebelumnya mungkin gini, mulai ketika kita melihat dinamika yang ada di sekarang, baik itu lingkupnya global maupun di Indonesia sendiri, AI itu selalu dipromosikan. Teknologi AI itu selalu dipromosikan baik yang ke anak muda, SMA, kemudian SMP pun. Kemarin saya lihat di media sosial pelatihan AI kepada anak SMP, dan kemudian juga kepada tingkat kuliah, tingkat pekerja, dan lain sebagainya. Tentu kalau saya melihat AI itu sendiri kan adalah tool, salah satu alat yang membantu kehidupan kita sebenarnya. Bukan yang menjadi alat utama untuk kita hidup seperti itu. Nah, yang saya tanyakan adalah pempromosian AI yang tingkatnya ini yang memang betul-betul layak untuk menggunakan AI itu tingkatan apa? Karena begini, kalau seumpamanya anak SMP sudah menggunakan AI, tapi basic dia sebagai dalam menulis, kemudian dalam berpikir secara secara
Logikal.
tidak
Ya.
dibantu oleh apapun, cara
Ya.
melatih berpikirnya, kemudian literasinya. Nah, itu kan itu gimana kalau bagi ke anak SMP? Oke lah, kalau ke anak perkuliahan mungkin skill basicnya mulai dari cara memahami membaca, kemudian cara membuat tulisan dan lain sebagainya. Mungkin kalau ke anak kuliahan mungkin sudah pas ya. Tapi kalau kayak ke anak SMA ataupun SMP, ini apakah mereka juga sudah waktunya untuk menggunakan AI atau seperti apa? Salah satu contohnya juga kenapa generasi milenial ini, dari kalau melihat pada bagian akademisinya, tentu lebih jeli pada tulisan, lebih jeli pada tulisan-tulisan, pada pada narasi yang kurang efektif, narasi yang kurang kurang efisien dalam penulisannya. Itu generasi milenial tentu lebih lebih jeli, lebih cenderung lebih cenderung teliti. Nah, kalau generasi Z ini kan dikit-dikit harus ke AI. Ini apakah benar narasi seperti ini atau tidak? Kan seperti itu. Padahal ini kan skill-skill basic yang memang perlu kita kita miliki seperti itu. Mungkin itu aja sih pertanyaan dari Bapak Martin.
Benar. Jadi istilahnya makanya tadi saya ada satu slide saya bilang itu di konklusi kalau nggak salah saya bilang Anda harus gunakan AI itu within a frame ya. Jadi within a frame itu saya artinya itu kalau diartikan itu harus ada regulasi. Maksudnya saya tidak berkata maksudnya beregulasi dari pemerintah, bukan. Maksudnya harus dikontrol. Maksudnya harus dikontrol, istilahnya mungkin saya tidak tahu ya, maksudnya di Indonesia mungkin ada batasan, mungkin harus ada regulasi yang membataskan, misalnya kalau misalnya anak kecil ingin menggunakan AI untuk sesuatu yang buruk, misalnya kriminal atau pornografi misalkan mungkin harus ada kayak misalnya switch atau apa, jadi dia tidak bisa gitu masuk, atau semua pengguna AI harus registrasi. Istilahnya kalau di bawah umur berapa harus registrasi, dan kalau di bawah umur ini, kalau pertanyaannya itu misalnya menjurus yang ke aneh-aneh, itu bisa di stop. Misalnya begitu, misalnya. Tapi ya kalau untuk secara kalau pertanyaan Anda juga untuk misalnya apakah AI itu akan menghambat orang untuk berpikir, mungkin maksudnya anak yang masih sekolah untuk berpikir, bisa jadi. Itulah salah satu bahayanya. Bisa jadi karena dia terlalu percaya kepada AI, maksudnya terlalu mengandalkan AI, mereka tidak bisa lagi berpikir secara logika atau secara masuk akal, karena mereka pikir tanya AI saja, semua tanya AI, ulangan semua tanya AI gitu. Maksudnya istilahnya begitu ya. Tapi kan ya itulah salah satu bahaya dari AI. Makanya tapi begini ya, istilahnya dari dulu misalnya kalkulator itu salah satu AI kan ya. Dulu kan kalau ulangan matematika dulu nggak boleh kan pakai kalkulator. Istilahnya kalau misalnya di tingkat berapa baru boleh pakai kalkulator. Istilahnya begitu. Sama lah istilahnya untuk AI juga. Ya, kita harus, kalau kita ingin menggunakan AI ya kita harus tahu bahwa AI itu juga berbahaya gitu. Maksudnya kita harus ada responsibility ya, harus ada responsibility. Tapi tidak berarti bahwa kita harus cut AI itu semuanya. Kayak kemarin di Inggris terakhir ini, mungkin 1-2 bulan ini, mereka itu bilang semua student di sekolah SD atau SD sama SMP itu tidak boleh bawa HP. Jadi kalau misalnya mereka masuk sekolah, HP harus di store ke guru, simpan di guru, karena HP mereka jadi terlalu distraktif ya. Mereka tidak mau belajar, mereka jadi lihat HP, tidak peduli gurunya mengapain. Istilahnya begitu, karena mereka tidak tahu bahwa, atau mereka tidak lagi tertarik dengan pelajaran itu. Maksudnya mungkin pelajarannya terlalu kuno, mungkin cara mengajarnya terlalu kuno, jadi mereka hanya fokus dengan HP itu. Di satu sisi, kalau kita terlalu membatasi generasi muda dengan penggunaan AI, dan mereka akan terlambat menggunakan AI, dan mereka akan kaget nantinya. Jadi sebetulnya kalau saya bilang yang paling baik adalah ya tidak apa-apa, karena semua orang menggunakan AI. Semua orang dari generasi yang tua sampai yang muda sekarang harus menggunakan AI, karena memang kita semua komunikasi, semua kehidupan gitu bergantung dengan AI ya. Kecuali kalau mati lampu, saya tidak tahu. Kalau mati lampu tidak ada signal, itu kan mungkin harus cari lain. Basic skill tentu perlu basic skill. Misalnya kalau misalnya tidak ada AI, tidak ada internet, apa yang harus dilakukan? Itu perlu ditanamkan sejak dini. Itu perlu. Saya bilang itu perlu. Tetapi kalau untuk AI juga harus perlu, karena semua sekarang pakai AI. Yang saya tahu misalnya di Cina begitu, di Cina ya, saya juga baca beberapa artikel itu untuk pendidikan di Cina. Mereka sengaja malah mengajarkan AI dari umur SD, dari umur 3-4 tahun mereka diajarkan mengapa AI itu ada, apakah sebetulnya itu AI, kayak saya tadi jelaskan, maksudnya bahwa AI itu sebetulnya ini, dan anak kecil itu jadi mengerti, AI itu tidak kaget juga, tidak kaget karena kalau seseorang itu kaget misalnya, oh ini ada teknologi ini baru, teman saya pakai semuanya, mereka akan coba sesuatu yang baru gitu, istilahnya sesuatu yang kontroversial maybe, atau yang misalnya kriminal, tindakan kriminal, oh ternyata saya bisa pakai untuk ini. Tapi kalau Anda dan mereka mencoba untuk imajinasi yang tidak begitu. Tapi kalau Anda misalnya sudah mendidik mereka, ya ini bisa ada bahayanya begini, tapi kalau Anda begini nanti Anda bisa ditangkap polisi. Kalau Anda begini nanti ada konsekuensinya. Kalau begitu, kalau Anda kasih penjelasan, itu sebetulnya lebih baik sebetulnya. Lebih baik daripada Anda misalnya menutup sama sekali akses, dan tiba-tiba setelah umur berapa dia dapat akses ke situ, dan dia ingin melampiaskan semua yang dulu dia tidak dapat akses itu, dan itu lebih berbahaya, saya bilang.
Saya coba tambahkan sedikit, ini mungkin ada perspektif Pak Martin, Dr. Martin ya, dengan Mas Iwan. Di Indonesia ini problemnya begitu, Dr. Martin. Jadi semua orang kan kalau mau pakai ChatGPT sebetulnya kadang-kadang dia tanya email. Nah, email ini mereka kan palsuin semua tuh usianya. Ya, jadi saya juga masih mengalami dengan Martin. Martin kenal baik dengan anak saya. Pergi ke sekolah nggak boleh bawa HP. Ya, pokoknya nggak bisa tuh. Jadi di UK itu mereka sangat teratur, beda dengan kita tuh. Anak-anak kecil semua punya akun sendiri tuh. Anak kecil bisa pakai TikTok. Gimana caranya bisa pakai TikTok? Pasti malsuin usia.
Ya benar,
Kan
pasti.
gitu kan, dia pasti malsuin usianya. Itu kan nggak benar. Terus kemudian pada saat dia mau pakai ChatGPT kan dia biasa di-verify dengan apa sih namanya? Email kan. Nah, itu pasti akunnya bodong. Nah, ini semua yang jadi salahnya gitu. Jadi kadang-kadang yang terjadi di Indonesia itu bocor semua tuh. Jadi ini yang akan jadi persoalan buat kita, sehingga hal-hal yang seharusnya tidak bisa diakses oleh anak kecil itu akhirnya terakses, gitu kan? Karena itu tadi ada emailnya di anak 5 tahun, coba tetangga saya itu punya email, bayangin coba. Itu kan artinya, nah itu mungkin sedikit tambahan aja. Makasih.
Ya benar ya, benar. Jadi begini istilahnya, ya kalau emang dia pengen punya email itu tidak apa-apa. Itu kan istilahnya, email kan bukan berarti Anda punya email itu sesuatu yang buruk, tapi istilahnya begini, istilahnya Anda harus tidak dengan paksaan, tapi dengan pengertian. Anda harus mendisiplinkan anak itu. Jadi untuk istilahnya untuk menggunakan misalnya ChatGPT atau apa, boleh Anda digunakan, boleh, tentu saja boleh, Saya tidak melarang atau bagaimana, karena itu kan sangat diperlukan untuk kedepannya, nanti semua mungkin pakai ChatGPT atau semua orang mungkin, tapi anak itu harus juga punya basic skill, artinya punya nilai moral juga, punya pengetahuan moral untuk lingkungannya, untuk misalnya teman-temannya, untuk segalanya. Jadi istilahnya dia tahu apa yang benar dan salah gitu. Istilahnya begitu. Memang agak susah sekarang karena semua punya akses. Jadi, dan yang tadi saya bilang, itulah jangan sampai sekali-kali Anda memberikan sesuatu yang sangat private ke ChatGPT, itu sangat berbahaya sekali. Atau apapun, maksudnya bukan ChatGPT doang, maksudnya apapun yang sangat privacy itu jangan pernah Anda masukkan data itu untuk Google kah, untuk ChatGPT lah, untuk DeepSeek lah, untuk siapa saja. Kalau Pak Profesor sendiri, menurut Anda bagaimana? Apakah Anda punya rekomendasi lain mengenai untuk anak kecil ini, untuk akses ke ChatGPT dan lain-lain?
Saya kira tadi sepakat aja saya dengan Dr. Martin ya. Tadi bahkan digambarkan ada banyak riset-riset ya, bahkan paper-paper justru anak ini diajarin gitu. Di Cina diajarin memang, tapi diajarin itu artinya apa? Didampingi kan. Kalau di
Benar,
Indonesia
benar.
ini
Itu yang paling penting.
lepas. Nah, itu problemnya anak-anak di pojokan masuk ke warkop gitu ya. Nanti
Benar.
amazed banget ya kalau Dr. Martin datang ke Indonesia, lihat itu anak-anak kecil jam 9, jam 10 malam masih duduk di warkop pegang HP sendiri, operate sendiri. Artinya dia bisa berselancar masuk kemana-mana gitu. Jadi ini juga berbahaya. Begitu pulang ke rumah orang tuanya, kamu dari mana? Itu udah habis dia punya account apa sih namanya, akun bankingnya itu dibobol orang karena salah pencet. Ini
Wah,
kejadian.
wah, 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 wah,
Salah
wah.
pencet. Jadi ini kan kalau tadi pakai paper tadi itu memang di negara-negara maju di Cina itu didampingin ada orang tua, bahkan di beberapa sekolah ya itu dijadikan sebagai ekstrakurikuler, ada orang tua
Benar,
mendampingi
benar,
gimana
benar.
sih how to operate artificial intelligence untuk mengimprove dia punya kualitas gitu. Nah ini kan
Benar, benar.
trouble gitu. Tapi oke, saya sependapat lah tadi dengan Pak Martin semuanya. Ini this time for yours, Mr. Martin. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Oke, teh baik. Semoga pertanyaannya kejawab ya, Iwan. Oke, mungkin aku lanjut ke last question kali ya, ini dari komentar. Ada dari Jihan. Jadi, Jihan perkenalkan dari Pemasaran Digital Angkatan 2024, izin bertanya, karena Bapak Martin sudah berpengalaman lama kerja di luar negeri, kira-kira menurut Bapak apa aja sih skill atau pengetahuan yang perlu dimiliki atau dipelajari oleh mahasiswa agar dapat bekerja di perusahaan luar negeri, khususnya di Eropa? Terima kasih.
Oke, kalau untuk Eropa, banyakan mereka perlunya itu kayak programming ya, programming skills sama sesuatu yang ada hubungannya dengan AI sekarang, maksudnya kayak misalnya bagaimana cara optimisasi, kayak tadi saya bilang optimisasi marketing, istilahnya begitu. Hampir semua yang ada hubungannya dengan AI atau komputer itu dibutuhkan di sini. Tetapi juga orang sini itu butuh misalnya kayak untuk kayak kesehatan itu mereka kekurangan tenaga untuk nursing ya, untuk apa sih namanya, menjadi tenaga medis, tenaga kayak nurse untuk jadi uh, apa sih namanya, nurse itu di bahasa Indonesianya, jadi perawat. Jadi perawat untuk itu dibutuhkan tenaga medis, juga kayak dokter medikal ya. Saya bukan dokter pangkat dokter, bukan, maksudnya dokter medikal itu dibutuhkan sekali. Terus juga misalnya skill-skill yang justru hard skill sekarang malah dibutuhkan, misalnya untuk misalnya mengelas mobil misalnya begitu. Karena di sini perlu banyak industri. Sekarang mereka mau balik semua ke industri, kayak untuk istilahnya untuk compete sama China, because China produknya sangat-sangat murah. Mereka ingin buka pabrik di sini yang besar juga. Istilahnya begitu. Mereka perlu banyak pekerja, misalnya untuk industri itu istilahnya. Jadi nggak cuman untuk ya otomatisasi juga diperlukan di sini. Maksudnya kayak untuk misalnya bagaimana cara kalau repair mesin di factory itu rusak, misalnya mesin besar gitu, gimana cara membenarkannya. Itu kan ada knowledge dari komputer juga, harus ada computer knowledge, misalnya tahu hardware itu yang diganti ininya, electronics gitu, itu diperlukan di sini misalnya. Untuk yang kayak bidang di perkantoran gitu, saya bilang bidang kayak marketing. Untuk bidang marketing, mereka semua sekarang perlu orang yang bisa digital, jadi istilahnya perlu orang yang bisa mengerjakan big data, bisa dari big data itu. Mereka misalnya beli big data dari company lain itu dengan harga yang mahal, mereka bisa memanfaatkan itu untuk maksimalkan profit mereka dari marketing tadi istilahnya. Ya, jadi semua yang berkaitan dengan IT ya hampir semua diperlukan di sini. Di Austria misalnya ada link juga sih sebetulnya untuk apakah pekerjaan apa aja yang lagi diperlukan di sini misalnya begitu. Ya, tapi ada ya kayak tadi saya bilang ada dua belah pihak, jadi nggak selalu semua digital juga, ada yang perlu untuk manual malah ada yang perlu juga untuk manual itu. Ya, untuk kayak engineering ya, engineering. Jadi misalnya karoseri, misalnya jadi bidang manajemen di karoseri itu atau bagaimana. Ya, so macam-macam sih, macam-macam. Banyakkan electrical engineering gitu, electrical engineering dibutuhkan juga. Tapi
Oke.
terutama yang bisa hal-hal yang bisa dipakai untuk perdagangan luar negeri juga, nggak cuman perdagangan di dalam negaranya, cuman juga bisa untuk perdagangan antar negara misalnya begitu. Ya.
Ya, mungkin
Oke, baik.
satu lagi, Rafenya, ini
Oke,
mungkin
ya.
jelas ya. Saya ingin nanya nih langsung ke Dr. Martin ini, saya sangat berapresiasi betul ya. Cuman ada pertanyaan satu aja. Ini kira-kira apa yang harus dilakukan nih buat teman-teman mahasiswa yang ada di sini nih, kan banyak banget mahasiswa nih. Bagaimana sih seharusnya kita ini kan AI ini kan pasti positif negatif ya. Tadi Dr. Martin mengatakan ini look like the knife, kapan kamu bisa positif bisa negatif, bisa dipakai untuk
Benar.
memotong dengan baik, bisa juga pakai untuk step orang gitu ya.
Ya,
Jadi
benar,
it depends on people-nya yang pegang gitu, orangnya yang pegang.
benar.
Nah, apa yang kira-kira yang harus kita lakukan supaya kita bisa mengoptimalkan AI ini untuk mengembangkan diri kita gitu, supaya nanti bisa lebih siap berhadapan dengan dunia kerja, berhadapan dengan pekerjaan. Ya kalau mahasiswa sekarang yang berhadapan dengan dosen barangkali kalau lagi ada tugas ya. Jadi gimana sih kita mengoptimalkan supaya itu bisa positif mengembangkan kemampuan kita gitu. Ya, itu aja.
Ya, secara umum yang tadi saya bilang itu istilahnya Anda bisa pakai AI untuk melihat misalnya misalnya Anda lagi ada tugas bidang misalnya marketing atau apa, Anda mungkin pengen tahu paper atau misalnya inovasi-inovasi baru di bidang marketing di luar sana atau misalnya di Eropa atau di Amerika. Anda bisa ketik di AI dan dapatkan resource itu misalnya itu buku atau itu paper tadi secara gratis Anda bisa baca situ bisa jadi Anda tahu oh di luar negeri begini maksudnya marketingnya sekarang begini misalnya Anda juga bisa sekarang kalau Anda misalnya tidak suka baca paper saya juga tidak suka terlalu baca paper kecuali kalau lagi mengerjakan sesuatu ya saya suka iseng ya kadang-kadang saya suka iseng gitu saya itu lihat itu tuh apa sih namanya ya kayak summary grafik gitu misalnya. Oh, negara mana yang penghasilan paling bagus misalkan. Oh, negara mana dengan pensiun paling bagus. Anda bisa cari ketik nanti ada grafik sini ranking ini. Negara ini pensiunnya bagus begini. Bisa misalnya Anda tertarik dengan topik ini misalnya topik pensiun. Oh, nanti Anda bisa lihat oh, saya pengen tahu misalnya kenapa pensiun di negara ini bagus, apa bedanya dengan negara ini misalnya. Anda bisa lihat lebih detail dan AI itu sangat powerful untuk harnessing information like this ya. So itulah yang saya maksud tadi istilahnya. Jadi dan saya sebetulnya suka kalau Anda pernah namanya apa itu ya? Ada itu dia satu website itu mereka isinya grafik semua mengenai visualisasi beda topik. Ada yang mengenai ekonomi, ada yang mengenai komoditi, ada yang mengenai misalnya pendidikan di negara ini, pendidikan negara itu. Mereka itu pers dia grafik doang. Nah, saya itu suka mengikuti begitu. Maksudnya, jadi kalau saya lihat Facebook atau lihat LinkedIn itu sekarang banyak itu ternyata hal-hal yang begitu. Jadi mereka itu update misalnya. Banyak orang posting itu misalnya update keadaan ekonomi, update keadaan politik dunia, update keadaan macam-macam misalnya perdagangan dunia, update keadaan misalnya pendidikan di sini, mungkin negara ini menekan negara ini. Misalnya Anda bisa cek itu. Namanya apa ya? grafik atau apa itu ada namanya, lupa. Visual Capital namanya, Visual Capital. Saya bisa ketik sini namanya. Visual Capital. Dan di website itu banyak informasi-informasi yang sudah ditampilkan dalam gambar, jadi tidak perlu baca lagi istilahnya. Jadi Anda kalau emang tertarik mengenai topik itu, Anda bisa riset lebih jauh. Itu saya kira itu salah satu keunggulan AI, itu salah satu yang saya sangat suka gitu. Jadi sekarang saya tidak pernah mendengarkan misalnya di atau misalnya televisi lagi. Saya di sini jujur tidak punya televisi. Saya punya radio tapi tidak punya televisi. Dan hampir semua news saya tahu itu kalau nggak dari newspaper online, karena mereka juga pakai AI semua, jadi news dari manapun sudah datang gitu, maksudnya sedetik pun sudah terekam gitu. Kalau ada reporternya cepat gitu, langsung terekam, dan Anda langsung tahu, oh di negara ini lagi ada bencana ini, di negara ini lagi ada perang, oh ini lagi mau nyerang ini. Anda sudah tahu gitu istilahnya. Dan maksudnya untuk hal yang sepele, misalnya pendidikan dan lain-lain, ada polisi baru, imigrasi baru, polisi baru di sini, polisi baru di sana. Itu hampir semua sekarang bisa dilihat dari Facebook, atau bisa dilihat dari LinkedIn, Facebook, atau sumber-sumber berita lainnya yang ada di online, itu sosial media, itu hampir semua ada. Tapi Anda harus, yang saya tadi bilang, Anda harus kritikal. Artinya jangan percaya 100%, mungkin beritanya itu bias di bidang sini. Anda harus cek dengan mungkin sumber lain itu. Kalau sumbernya emang benar mengatakan ini segini, ini juga sama, nah mungkin itu benar. Kita tidak tahu gitu istilahnya. Tapi kalau yang untuk kayak visual kapitalis tadi sih rata-rata benar. Itu dia mengadakan survei, dan dia dari data-data yang ada dalam paper itu mereka sudah visualisasi semuanya, jadi gampang untuk orang dibaca gitu istilahnya. Tinggal lihat gambar itu bisa tahu, oh negara ini punya komoditi ini, misalnya sekarang emas harganya lagi naik, oh negara mana yang banyak emasnya, misalnya begitu, produksi emas paling banyak, oh ini negara sini gitu misalnya. Ada pertanyaan lagi?
Oke, thank you. Mungkin karena waktunya udah habis, aku mau terima kasih dulu tadi buat yang tanya, ada Dita, ada Jihan, dan juga ada yang pertanyaan terakhir mungkin udah diwakilin sama Pak Andi ya. Dan juga thank you once again for Mr. Martin for sharing your knowledge and journey with us. Thank you so much. What you shared today really opened our eyes,
Welcome.
especially you're not just talking about AI or digital tools, but also about the mindset that we need to grow in this fast-changing world. We truly appreciate the honesty and the depth in your talk. It gives us a lot to think about. And to all of the participants, thank you for your active presence. We hope this session sparked new ideas and helped you reflect on your digital technology can be your partner in your self-development journey. If there was anything I said or did that was unclear, or if there were any mistakes during this session, I sincerely apologize. And with that, I'd like to hand the session back to our MCs to the host.
Okay, Ms. Ravena, we will take over from here. Thank you very much to Mr. Martin for your enlightening presentation, and Ms. Ravena Fianca for skillfully moderating our discussion. On behalf of the organizing committee, we would like to extend our sincere gratitude to our speaker for sharing such insightful knowledge and meaningful perspective throughout today's session. As a token of appreciation, we would now like to proceed with the presentation of certificates to our speaker. To the operator, please help us present the certificate and the document.
Thank you. Thank you so much for that.
Also, I would like to say thank you so much for Dr. Martin Ya, saya really appreciate, I proud of you, I proud of, karena saya dengan Martin ini relatif sangat tahu ya. Dan ini barangkali saya poinnya yang saya ingin tekankan di kesempatan ini, Martin ini di University of East Anglia itu di zaman itu dia nomor 2 di antara seluruh bangsa-bangsa yang ada students yang berada di kampus itu. Dan dari situ dia dapat scholarship untuk lanjut di Cambridge University. Ini tidak semua orang meskipun orang lokal di situ bisa dapat seperti itu. Dan ini menginspirasi saya, termasuk menginspirasi tadi anak saya tuh, si Safa. Safa ini Martin udah 19 years old. He already finished for undergraduate, and they using fast track. For the next year, he will finish for master degree. Jadi mungkin dia akan 2 tahun selesai, dan itu terinspirasi oleh Martin. Nah di sini banyak orang-orang yang saya kira ada 200 orang nih mahasiswa yang saya kira juga bisa mengambil jejak beliau ini. Ya dari situ kemudian Anda tahu di Cambridge University itu udah saya kira number 1 or number 2 in the world. Kemudian dia lanjut di Zurich, ya salah satu kampus yang saya kira risetnya itu sangat kuat. Itu nomor 7, nomor 9 di dunia, dan Martin ada di situ dengan scholarship. Lepas dari situ dia nggak pernah, dia dilamar oleh banyak perusahaan. Tapi selain itu Martin juga ini, nggak apa-apa ya Martin ya, supaya ini menginspirasi, adalah orang yang tidak pilih-pilih pekerjaan. Dia bisa survive. Ya, saya bahkan pernah bertemu ayahanda beliau, dan ayahanda beliau itu cuma bisikin saya, tolong bilang sama Martin agar tetap bersabar dan tetap berjuang. Itu yang saya bilang sama Martin, dan saya kira dibuktikan. Jadi makanya tadi di CV-nya itu pernah jadi sales gitu, pernah jadi saya mungkin boleh mengatakan barangkali office boy gitu ya. Tapi kan office boy di sini dan di sana itu pasti berbeda ya.
Saya pernah dulu merawat juga orang tua gitu, ada waktu saya di Norwich dulu saya pernah bekerja jadi perawat untuk rumah jompo ya, rumah jompo.
Ya. Bahkan saya pernah sharing room dengan Martin. Saya sebelum ke UK, ini tidak apa-apa saya cerita. Sebelum saya UK, saya kontak Martin. Martin ini kebetulan kenal baik dengan landlordnya. Jadi Martin inilah yang kemudian memberikan saya tempat dengan keluarga saya. Tetapi sebetulnya menurut landlord ini, Martin ini kadang-kadang bertindak sebagai asisten untuk menjaga rumahnya. Jadi istilahnya jangan pilih-pilih pekerjaan. Padahal dia ini yang terbaik di kampus yang ada di kota itu gitu. Jadi jangan pernah gengsi dengan hal-hal yang sebetulnya tidak penting. Martin ini melakukan itu. Kemudian Dr. Martin ini kemudian saya kira juga sempat mengajar ya di Edinburgh University, ya. Salah satu kampus terbaik juga. Mungkin bisa sharing dikit Mas Dr. Martin.
Ya, saya waktu itu pernah mengajar sedikit di bidang matematik dan fisika ya, mengajar vektor kalkulus. Juga programming language Maple, kalau ada yang tahu, dulu saya pernah mengajar itu di Edinburgh. Saya waktu itu bekerja dengan research institutes di bidang oil company, di bidang oil ya, oil research untuk eksplorasi minyak di Laut Utara di North Sea. North Sea itu jadi laut yang sebelah utaranya Inggris itu, karena mereka itu kan eksplorasi daerah situ itu agak susah, itu nggak segampang kayak di Iran atau di Saudi Arabia, di mana oilnya itu sudah tersedia di daratan. Jadi Anda tinggal mengebor, oilnya keluar. Tapi kalau dalam laut itu berbeda. Anda harus ada risk. Pertama, kalau Anda ngebornya salah, itu yang keluar bukan oil, tapi keluar lain-lain gitu. Yang keluar nggak bisa dipakai, terus kerugian mengebor itu jadi environmental accident. Jadi kacau semuanya. Karena Anda sudah bangun platform dan lain-lain, itu jadi kacau semua. Jadi saya waktu itu bekerjanya adalah saya memprediksi apakah benar jadi dia itu pakai sonar, jadi pakai kapal besar, mereka survei pakai sonar itu, mereka kirim ke bawah laut, dan mereka akan mencapai ke kerak bumi sampai berapa dalam meter itu mereka akan tahu. Dan dari hasil sonar itu saya analisa menggunakan AI, sebetulnya menggunakan AI juga. Saya bikin programnya menggunakan AI untuk tahu ini oilnya banyak atau enggak. Kalau tidak banyak tidak perlu dieksplorasi, tidak perlu ada investment di situ, karena investmentnya itu akan merugikan.
Oke, terima kasih banyak Dr. Martin. Saya kira Mudah-mudahan Dr. Martin ini adalah wajah buat Indonesia lah di tempat lain, dan saya kira ada 200 orang di sini.
Terima kasih.
Mudah-mudahan Anda bisa terinspirasi dengan apa yang dilakukan oleh Martin. Dr. Martin ya, saya salah. Sorry nih Bro. Ya. Dan terima kasih banyak kami sudah memberikan sedikit nih oleh-oleh berupa sertifikat. Mudah-mudahan ini adalah pintu awal buat kita untuk tetap berinteraksi. Ya, saya kira ada anak bangsa juga di sini, Dr. Martin, yang barangkali mudah-mudahan saya selalu berdoa panjang umur supaya nanti bisa involve lah. Ya, 1 semester ke depan itu 4 kali pertemuan, dan mudah-mudahan ini bukan hanya pengetahuannya sebetulnya, tetapi bagaimana Dr. Martin ini bisa menginspirasi kita nih supaya menjadi lebih baik. Ya. Terima kasih banyak, kita semua bangga, kita semua, saya juga secara pribadi mengucapkan terima kasih banyak. Sukses terus buat Dr. Martin di sana, dan saya kira bahagia terus, sehat terus, dan kemudian kita bisa bertemu kembali. Saya pernah bilang sama anak saya bahwa suatu ketika nanti kita kembali ke itu Highland Road 77.
Boleh.
Kembali
untuk nostalgia. Ya, nostalgia.
Kita akan bisa berpikiran lagi di belakang. Mudah-mudahan ketemu dengan landlord kita yang baik.
Boleh.
Mudah-mudahan bisa membuat kita lebih sehat, lebih dapat insight lagi lebih banyak. Terima kasih banyak sekali lagi. Saya kembalikan kepada panitia.
Thank you, Mr. Andi, for your motivational short speech. Before we officially close today's session, we would like to invite everyone to join us for a quick photo session to capture this special moment together. We kindly ask all participants, including our speaker, moderator, and attendees, to please turn on your cameras for a while. So, operator, please help us document this virtual meeting. Whenever you are ready, please provide us with instructions.
Oke, semuanya boleh dinyalakan dulu kameranya. Izin untuk dokumentasi ya di slide pertama dulu. 1, 2, 3.
Bebas dong.
Satu lagi ya. 1, 2, 3. Yang slide 2. 1, 2, 3. Ya, terima kasih. Saya kembalikan ke moderator.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Operator.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, as we approach the conclusion of this webinar, I would like to extend heartfelt gratitude to Mr. Andi Muhammad Sadat and Mr. Martin for your enlightening presentation, and Mrs. Ravena for skillfully moderating our discussion. Let's also applaud all the participants for the active engagement throughout the sessions, and also a special thank you due to the hardworking committees who have meticulously organized this remarkable event. Thank you all for your contributions and active participation. It has truly been a pleasure serving as your master of ceremony today. I am Oro Jesse, and together with my partner, Farel Flavito, we would like to say goodbye and express our sincere apologies for any shortcomings during our time as your MC. Good evening, see you at the next event, and until then, stay safe and stay inspired. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.